I mean, I don't know, but they're asking for me to save them. Maybe hit mute until you see the people come up that I want to, the community comments. Is that what you're waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, I can do that, but
people ask me to save them. I can't deny them. I mean, I'm here for the comedy, but yeah, like they say, let's mute it until the public comments, and then I can just give you my quick rundown on that motion decision that you read earlier.
You can do that. I'll bring it up.
I mean, I can tell you my what for. First of all, I think it's very sad that journalists in Massachusetts seem to have no privilege whatsoever. It's one of 4 states that does not allow journalists to protect their notes, their sources, and their work product. And that's pretty scary. So if you're a journalist, I suggest you move to a different state. That's my legal advice, not legal advice for this evening. The last thing that I noticed is that, the judge goes on and on. She's going to turn over the 2 audio recordings with redactions because, Karen's team didn't really oppose that motion because I think they realized they were there for it. And she didn't say anything incriminating. Obviously, that's what they're looking for in this fishing expedition. But the judge also says she's denying this motion without prejudice. That means they can make the motion again. It means if they don't get what they want, they have the right to go back and make this motion again for the handwritten notes and for the stuff that was off the record. So I don't like that.
So she could pry at it again and try to get it again.
They can pry at it again.
Let me ask you a question with like your experience, on the record, off the record stuff. I mean, I kind of know what that is, but maybe we can explain that a little bit to the audience. What would be concerning that Karen's team would be concerned about, if anything, these off the record notes? What do you usually see in that type of stuff?
I mean, there's no hypothetical for that. Sure. I mean, would she say something incriminating off the record with her lawyer there? Probably not.
Probably not.
But she could say off the record, I have inside information that so-and-so did it, or that, or that, these 2 had beef, or that John was investigating somebody who may have been there, something like that. She may have said off the record that she didn't have confirmation of, or things that she didn't want to get out. I mean, that's why I hate to hypothesize about it, but the fact that they're allowed to go back and make this motion again if they don't get what they want is a little bit concerning to me. And I think that journalists should be better protected. She laid out in her affidavit how frightened she was and how she was being harassed. And the judge even addressed how she was fearful for Gretchen Voss's safety. But, then again, not so fearful for her safety that she's willing to turn over the audio recordings. So it's a little bit scary to be a journalist right now in Massachusetts, you guys. It's a little bit scary. And I find it interesting that they're so, she's so willing to give away a journalist's information when it's been so hard for the defense to get third-party discovery, because what this is third-party discovery. This is discovery from a person who's not a party to this case, and the defense is having such a hard time getting the phone records, getting the data, getting the Google searches, getting the Ring camera footage that doesn't exist, whether or not there was a Ring or a Nest camera at that house. They're having a very, very uphill battle with that. And even though this attorney for Boston Magazine came in, and even though journalistic privilege is at issue here, it seems like it's just like, okay, take it. But, they agreed to that at the motions hearing too. So I guess she feels like no harm, no foul, but granting that without prejudice is a little concerning to me.
I just think that, they're just going to try to keep really pushing this to get this to a trial. But I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, in my opinion, I think that if you get those witnesses on the stand in front of Jackson, Yannetti, and Little, they're going to shred them. I mean,
well, based on the letters that we read, it depends on what the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI release as far as information goes. And if this goes to the 15th, the charges could be dismissed. I mean, don't get your hopes up, everybody. But I mean, those letters were explosive, in my opinion.
Yeah.